All right.
But yo, I'm curious, right? If Kamala Harris ran on all of the same platform, the same exact platform, she ran on the same exact card ticket, she ran with the same exact things that she's trying to do with America as Biden, how the fuck is Kamala Harris supposed to be better? Like, how is switching from Biden to Kamala Harris gonna help now? Like, that's the question. I want to know. How do you feel about that?
Wait, isn't she like the vice or some shit like that?
Yeah, she's the vice president. And if Kamala Harris being the vice, if Biden is to be removed, then they're gonna send Kamala, right? Kamala's gonna get the new presidency, right? If Biden is removed from presidency for any reason.
Yeah, that's bugged out. But do you think that would be like a plus, or like you think that'd be good for the states?
I don't even know how it's gonna be different. Yo, what up, D Vertical? How do you think it's gonna be different? I'm curious. Hey D, if Kamala Harris, who ran on the same exact card, ticket, policies, everything as Biden, and Biden is transplanted from the presidency, and she is then given the seat to occupy, how is she gonna be any different than Biden, in your opinion?
I really don't follow that so much to voice an opinion on it.
Copy.
Do some research on it. I can definitely get back to you though, for real. I'm on research.
But you understand my point though, right? My point, just so we can be clear, is we can't really expect. The problem with Biden is the policies and the way he's running the government, right? That's the issue. We don't like what he's doing, right? It's not that. My point is this: if we are ever to replace a president because we're replacing them because we don't like what they're doing, we're literally replacing them with a person who is running in the same manner.
Wow, under the same influence, right?
Exactly. I'm thinking, should there be a change to the policy of America? If somebody gets elected and they're a Democrat or they're a Republican and they're honestly doing as terrible and as bad for the country as they are, and they have to be impeached, should the whole regime be impeached? That's what I'm thinking. I'm thinking the whole entire regime should be impeached, not just the president.
Okay. Well.
How do you feel about that?
I mean, I don't know. I was fine, it was like a little fishy with her, bro. I don't know. Something's up with
Yo, nah, that's a fact though. Like, okay, so first of all, can we just be clear on something? Everybody that was like, vote Kamala Harris because she's black. Okay, one of the first things she did was to let us all know she's really East Indian. That's one of the first things she did. That shit is bananas. Yo, so that's the shit that killed me. Okay, so for everybody that was saying first woman, in the presidency seat as a vice president or president, all right, clap it up for females just in general. Let's go. I'm here for that. But she's clearly showing the world once again that she does not consider herself black American. In my opinion.
You said she was from the West Indies? She's from the West Indies?
No, not West Indian. She's East Indian. Like from India.
Okay. Okay. Where?
So yeah, that's not even West Indian, homie. No disrespect to East Indians. I'm just trying to say when we talk about the people around the world that black Americans also consider to be black, East Indian isn't one of the first countries that we go to, with all due respect.
Okay.
You understand what I'm saying? We'll say a lot of other countries first. We'll say Brazil first. You understand what I'm saying? No disrespect to East Indians, who are dark as shit and, you know, should be considered, but, you know, it is what it is.
Can I connect it to the speaker? That's not like...
I just don't think her policies are going to be any different. I don't think that she's going to do anything different. I don't think we could expect her to do anything different. I think that when we impeach a president, we're not impeaching a president. We're impeaching the entire regime. We're impeaching him, the president, the vice president, the cabinet, everybody. You all fucked up. Not just that one person. We're not going to just put it on that one person. And I think that that's what the problem is.
Because that's the same way of thinking as well, too. The group, right? The same, you know.
My nigga, they were party to the bad decisions. They were party to the shit that they did that we don't like, correct?
Yeah.
They were a part of the decision-making process that created the thing that none of us like, right?
Yeah, I heard about that. What was that shit? There's something, I forgot what it's called. Damn, fuck. But it was like before he became president or some shit, right?
I'm listening.
Yeah, it was some shit that he made before he became president, right? He
You talking about the crime bill? You talking about the crime bill?
Yeah, I heard.
Yeah,
Crime bill, yeah.
He made the crime bill. His first of all, just so we could be clear, and this is the part that I never understand, right? And this is why I'm gonna explain to you. Everybody gets so upset about racism. But you have to understand, the racists at the top of the pyramid of racism, they're usually rewarded for their racism. So there's no reason for them to stop pushing the agenda. Look, this guy, he has his teacher, his mentor was one of the headmasters of the damn Ku Klux Klan. So his mentor is one of the headmasters of the fucking Ku Klux Klan. He goes on television or on an interview and says, if you don't vote for me, you're not black. Why does he have to hide how he feel about black people? He doesn't have to hide it. What the fuck? Why? If he don't like black people, he can 100% tell the world. Why? Because he's been telling the world. And the black people literally voted him in as a president, with other black people cheering him on, saying forgive him for them things that he's done before us. Instead of, wow, he hasn't shown us he's changed, so why should we believe him?
Yeah. Yeah, fact. Definitely.
Who do we really blame? Do we blame Obama? Obama had this guy as a vice president. Think about that for a minute.
Oh, yeah.
Can we think about that for a minute? Obama had this dude as a vice president.
Biden?
Yes, Biden was Obama's vice president. Think about that for a minute.
Oh, this shit. Yeah, fact.
This is just shit. This is just stuff that people don't pay attention to, because nobody care about politics until everything is going crazy and they want to be mad at the politician. Nobody care until they want to place blame on why something is happening. That's when people care about who the politicians is. People don't care about the politicians any other time. Biden was Obama's vice president. His mentor was the head of the KKK. The first black president ever made him vice president. I'm just pointing out facts at this point. I'm not even telling you my opinion on it.
Yeah. I feel you. I hate you. That's crazy, bro.
The wild part is that when he ran for presidency himself, he ran against somebody that people disliked so much that they were ready to just discard all of the previous information that they had on Joe Biden. All of it. Because they hated Trump so much.
Wow.
And I'm not even mad at him. Like I said before, you giving me feedback, homie. like I said before, anybody that voted for Biden just because they did not want Trump in office, I have no beef with you. I have zero beef with you. You were just saying, you were just voting for what you considered to be the lesser of two evils. I have zero problem with you. I'm only talking about the people that was over here telling us about all these amazing things that Biden was going to do for us after they already had a blueprint of the type of person he was because of the things that he had previously done. Is that fair?
Yeah. How do you feel about him with the vaccine? Like him going for because before he was against it, wasn't he? Wasn't he against it before?
Okay, so
Or he was always with it.
just so we could be clear, when Trump was for the vaccine, all the Democrats were against it.
What the
Copy?
fuck?
Yeah. When Trump was for the vaccine, all the Democrats was against it. Remember when Trump first came out and he was like, oh man, I'm gonna be one of the first peoples to get this vaccine, and remember they made fun of him?
Yeah.
Remember they even talked about how he still looked sick and everything else? Remember how they was trying to tell people he didn't? Remember, I'm just saying, these things happen. I mean, you can literally just go back and check yourself. I know you're not saying they didn't happen. I'm just saying that just for saying sake. So, yeah, when Trump was for it, they was against it. When Trump went against it, they went for it. It's literally what happened. Anything Trump is for, the Democrats are against, and anything the Democrats are for, Trump is against. So, when Trump first, they're saying that Trump put up these whatever them fucking camp things is down there with the Haitians, right? But the Haitians, as far as we know, only been coming over here since the only time they've been talked about as an issue is since Biden's been president, right? So my question is this, in all honesty, the fuck?
Yeah.
Some weirdo shit has happened. I think some girls has left something. Some niggas on the phone arguing. I don't know if he arguing at them chicks. He over here trying to get his workout on, basketball playing shit. Some weirdo shit just happened.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Everybody good though. I think he just on the phone. He might be talking to his baby mama. He look angry. Anyway, so anything Trump go for, they go against. So the point in which I'm trying to make is this. This shit with the Haitians is happening now, right now. What's the name? What's that lady name? She always comes out, the black lady. She's a representative. I forget from where. Maxine Walters. Maxine Walters come out and say these are the policies left behind from Trump. No, we're not doing that. You can easily tell those people, don't do it. You people run the government. Trump is not currently in the government. We're not doing this where every time y'all guys F up, now y'all just gonna say, hey, we're just gonna blame Trump on this one. We're not doing this shit. No, I'm not here for that. You here for that?
Not for you, Jack.
I am not here for that. What about you, Foot in the Ass? Shout out to Foot in the Ass. He pulled up in the chat. You wanna say what's up, brother? No. Yeah, say so, whatever you gonna say. I was about to just go in on them niggas again.
Salute for the ass entertainment.
Yeah. Shout out to Tiandre Willis Sr. He pulled up down there. My fault, I don't always call people names out in the middle because I be in the flow. So I don't want to stop my flow. And I call whoever come out as soon as we get to a quick break. So I want to apologize that every time somebody immediately pull up into the room, I don't immediately say their name. That's the reason why.
Good morning, y'all. Good morning.
Morning. And I prefer to call people name when they pull up into where we're going to actually talk at, not just if they're in the section listening. With that being said, how do y'all feel about this shit? How do y'all feel about Harris replacing Biden if they ran on the same ticket and had all the same things that they wanted to do for America? How do y'all feel about that? Does that make sense?
Well, you're speaking of like, would the message be accepted differently? It was coming from a female, specifically African American or black, or a woman that identifies as African American or black. Honestly, after watching, this is my view. It probably would have been accepted a little bit better. as far as like, you know, all the stimulus and things like that. But overall, I really don't see no difference. You know, I look at the two parties that are in office right now as really the same party. They do the same thing.
Bang.
Over and over again. They just switch seats.
Go. Let's go. I'm here for that. What do you think, Foot in the Ass? You got anything to say on this?
I think the same thing. And I wanted to add to one thing with the with the Trump thing. You said that Trump go against everything the Democrats want. You know what I'm saying? And Democrats go against Trump, except reparations.
That's a fact. Let's go. That's a fact.
I mean? He was the first one to ever even take a look at it. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Every
a fact.
other one don't even want to even talk to us about
That's
it.
a fact.
You know what I'm saying? I don't care how bad he talk about us.
That might be how he
but
win.
He was about to cancel us out, though.
That might be how he win back the election. That might be how he get back in office. What the fuck you think gonna happen when he start talking about he want to give reparations? What the fuck is a Democrat gonna say? Please let me know.
I'm sorry. Can you break down what a reparation is? I'm not quite familiar.
Reparations is when you pay back people from trauma that they experienced inside of your country from previous like years, like when like the Jews received reparations for what happened to them in Germany.
For the Holocaust.
Yeah.
The Chinese, they receive reparations for what happened.
And I got family members that was in slavery too. So I need mine.
Okay. Word up. Okay, all right. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
I'm trying to invite y'all up and shit like that if anybody else want to speak on this. I don't know, Bunny. We're recording this room right now, Bunny. So only reason why I'm not going to invite you up is because I don't know you, so I don't know what you're going to lend to the conversation. I hope to see you in other rooms that we're not recording, and then I'll be able to get a feel of you. And when we're recording the room, I feel more confident inviting you up to also be a part of the conversation. But we're currently recording this conversation. We're actually 17 and a half minutes in.
I have an unpopular opinion about reparations and about politics and money in America, period. I believe that the majority of poverty is legislative. And the reason why I believe the majority of poverty is legislative is because the millionaire tax breaks and all the benefits that I do believe capitalists should have more benefits since capitalists actually give to the community.
I agree with you, by the way.
But I don't believe that you should be able to earn billions of dollars and not pay any taxes and have employees that are impoverished.
Okay.
That's morally incorrect.
Okay.
So I believe that in order to fix America, we're going to have to do something along the lines of reparations for the people who built America.
Okay.
And I don't want to hear that it's too difficult or contrived.
Okay, hold on. We're gonna have to have a whole nother. Hold on, my brother. We're gonna have to have a whole nother conversation on reparations. Hold on, my brother.
Have the same type of system. Help out the Americans that have been here for 300, 200 years and are tied to the last names of people who own slaves.
My brother.
It ain't hard. You know, there's a census. There's been a census for years. And, I mean, 20K. I think 20, 25K would be a slap in the face, but it would be enough to end the debate.
Okay, my brother. We have to have a whole different conversation about reparations.
I can barely hear you.
We need to have an entirely different conversation about reparations. This video is not about that. I'll put up a reparations room a little bit later today. I want to also have that conversation. Thank you for bringing that up. We want to also have that conversation, but we're not going to have that conversation right now. But I am going to give you my quick take on some of what you were saying. But you said a lot. Next time, let's break down a little bit of that so we can have the conversation about some of the individual aspects of what you were discussing. Because when you say it all like that, you don't give us an opportunity to also join in on different things in which you said, which we can further break down and discuss. Is that fair?
I don't know if I'm the only one, but I can barely understand you, brother. It sounds a little static. I don't know if it's on my end.
Yeah, I couldn't hear you either. You sound
I'm kind of far away from the phone in order for me to be able to. I don't have earbuds or anything in currently, and I'm kind of far away from the phone in order for me to be able to tape
can't
this.
really hear you, Frost.
There's like a static coming through, like a lot of static. Something.
Marcus, could you mute your mic, please?
Yeah, how do you mute it? I've never.
Can y'all hear me now?
I can hear you a little bit better.
Okay, it's Marcus's mic. Marcus has to keep his mic muted. Marcus has to keep his mic muted in order for y'all to hear me. I already knew that when y'all came in because I was trying to talk to him. I didn't think he could hear me. I didn't think he was being disrespectful. Anyway,
Sound way better now.
all right, so I'm gonna reply back to some of what Marcus said real quick, and just so we can be clear, next time, Marcus, you brought up a lot of good points, but you brought up like 4 or 5 points. We could have discussed that a little bit easier if you'd have brought up one point. We discussed that, and then we lead it to the next point where we could then discuss that and have a conversation. Copy? Just for future reference. One thing that I do want to say about the reparations real quick, besides the fact that if we get the reparations right now, the billionaires are just going to get richer, is that we are legislated into poverty. And it's not only because of the breaks that the tax breaks that the rich people get, it's also the things that happen inside of our own communities with our local laws, which inhibit us. They just had a fruit stand turned over in I believe it was in the Bronx the other day. These people been operating that fruit stand for you don't know how many years. Hold on 1 second, I'm gonna let this vehicle pass. These people been operating, I'm just gonna keep talking. These people been operating this fruit stand for you don't know how many years. So some minor ass fucking legislation said that they need a license in order to be able to operate their business. Because they didn't have the license to operate their business, the police came and threw all of their fresh fucking fruit in the damn garbage can, in the back of a garbage truck. They didn't give the food away to the homeless or to the hungry like they should have. If they didn't even donate the shit. They threw the shit straight in the garbage. That is the fucking problem. So you are correct. They just are. We are legislated into poverty because there's so many laws and stipulations put up to inhibit us even at the ground level of just moderate success. We don't even got to get all the way up to the tax breaks that the billionaires get if you're already inhibiting the poor from being able to become a billionaire so they could be able to benefit from them fucking tax breaks. Does that make sense?
Big facts. Big facts.
So that's just my opinion on it. What the fuck do I know? But the question in the room is, would you feel basically any more confident with Harris as the president if Biden is impeached? Would you feel more confident with Harris as the vice president knowing that they ran as president on all of the same they ran on the same ticket with all the same priorities?
No, it was honestly, excuse me, let me let somebody else speak.
Anyone can weigh in. I don't really care. Y'all.
Well, out of respect for the panelists, I want to make sure that everybody gets an opportunity to speak. I want to thank Jack Frost for making this open forum for us. But yeah, man, I don't think it would be any different. The only way it would be any different is if they had somebody who wasn't necessarily just an empty suit. I hate to use such a politically overused term, but that's what ends up happening at the leadership of these parties when the perfect person is somebody who not only has a vision, but they have a plan written out.
Boom.
And my perspective, which who am I, but I believe that Bernie Sanders would have been better, period.
No, I agree with you, hands down.
Yeah, he would have been better way even back before Bush W. Bush was in office, he would have been better for the country because he always comes with a plan. And here's the issue with that, and I'll digress after this. Sometimes when you are too intelligent or to the point, it intimidates people.
That's a fact.
So when somebody like Sanders steps up and says, all right, look, this is what we're going to do to fix it. Not only do I have this fix it, the step-by-step process of plan, people are resistant towards that. But if it was packaged to look like something in the past, like if he would have played the saxophone before he came out with the plan, maybe he would be more accepted. But because he's straight to business, you know, he's not marketable.
Okay, so do y'all remember? Because look, at this point, I know people be saying, look, I'm wrong about a lot of shit. Don't get me confused. I'm not right about everything. I'm not saying I'm right about everything, but I'm usually right about some shit that, and I'm usually right about some shit and be the only nigga that think in that manner. That's what I'm saying. Do y'all remember when we was talking about Biden and I said Biden would not get elected unless he had a good vice president? And we was like, who was he gonna choose? And I said, watch him choose Kamala Harris. And we had a live where there was a lot of people that was telling me I didn't know what the fuck I was talking about. Anybody remember that shit? I'm the only one that remembers that shit? Anyway, we had a live. I don't know if they're talking in their mic is, no, it's up. We had a live a while back. It was, I don't know. Right after Biden got the nomination. You want to know how I knew they was gonna choose Kamala Harris? I can tell you how I knew. I knew they was gonna choose. And the live is still up, by the way. I can tell you how I knew they was gonna choose Kamala Harris. Kamala Harris works against black people more than the other candidates, openly. She had a forum where she was openly able to work against black people to the manner where her and Biden would be interchangeable if something happened to Biden. That's why the Democrats choose them.
Bro?
Huh?
I said, you know what I think? I think we're about to be getting finessed out of our future black presidents. You know what I'm saying? Because we just got finessed by the black president. We about to get finessed by her. You feel me? And then we ain't gonna trust not another black person going in there doing nothing for us. So I think we're getting finessed out of our future black presidents, man.
That's a good point.
Doing it on purpose.
That's a good point. I wasn't even thinking about that shit. That's a great point. I wasn't even thinking about that. That might be what's happening. That's a fact.
They're black presidents that's not gonna do nothing for us specifically, period. And they're making a point. Just because you see this black face up here, don't think that you're gonna get something done for you.
That's a fact.
You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I'm here with you, homie. I'm here with you. I'm here with you on that one. That's a fact. You want to weigh in on this one, Tamel? Have I been saying your name right, Tamel?
Yeah, they don't want to put us in position to win anyway. We ain't gonna never win with none of this stuff, man. But they don't want us to win. They put us in position to fail. I'm telling you, and that's just my opinion.
No, I'm agreeing with you. We're basically saying. We was just talking about that through how we're legislated into poverty. So yeah, no, homie, I'm here for that. What are you talking about? I'm here for that. Everybody's been stating their opinion, homie. Everybody's been talking about their opinion. Ain't nobody been. I don't have a problem with people's opinion. It does kind of bother me that people think I do. I'm gonna keep it a stack.
No, it's all good. I'm just saying, like, with the presidency, what did they do? Like, they just wanted to get Trump out of office, and what now? Nothing's going on. It seemed it got worse.
I'm gonna tell you what everybody forgets.
Let me speak to that point right there.
I'm gonna tell you. Wait, hold on, 1 second.
That Trump was kind of beating to his own drum. It's kind of like, the wrong person in power emboldens the wrong people.
Hey, yo.
See how these same people who didn't want foreigners climbing fences into our nation
Hey, yo.
went out and tried to climb, it tried to conquer our nation themselves. They tried to stop the vote under the guise of, being, Trump warriors or whatever you have them. I don't know what to call them. I think that Trump was a good leader for legislation, but a bad leader for our environment. As far as the toxicity in the conversation, the people who were emboldened, the people who felt like they could take the country back. These are people who aren't doing anything, period, to good for anyone, but they want control over the country.
Okay.
I can't rock with that. I can't rock with somebody thinking that just because the color of the skin of the president in the office gives them the right to just, say and do whatever they think.
Okay.
And please, in the street.
I might sound ignorant, but I just think Trump was on go time like most of New Yorkers are.
That's a fact, my nigga. What the fuck? You don't sound ignorant. That's a fact. I 100% agree with that.
Man. Listen, Trump don't care about nothing. He on go time like a lot of us New Yorkers, man.
Nah, that's a fact. Yo, but I'm gonna tell you what everybody forget though. Biden wasn't running for fucking president until everybody else until it was obvious none of the other Democrats could beat Trump. That's when fucking Biden started running for president. Everybody forget that's how that happened. Biden did not initially run for president. All of the other fucking Democrats was getting washed. Tell me where I'm wrong.
You're not wrong, folks.
Yeah.
My whole thing is this, man. My son and Tamika Mallory. By the way, I love Tamika Mallory. I'm sorry, Tamika, but I gotta say this.
Queen Tamika Mallory. Let's go.
Yo, she's so sexy, man. But that's neither here or there. But they pushed this agenda for Trump to get out of office. They had, man. She changed a lot of people's minds. She did. I'm telling you, just looking at her.
I don't think Biden's in office without Tamika Mallory, and that's a fact. Without Queen Tamika Mallory, there's a reason why I call her Queen Tamika Mallory, homie. Besides the fact that she's like royalty, to be honest with you. I don't care what nobody say. But besides the fact, I do not think Biden is in office without her, period. I don't care what nobody say. I don't think that we get a lot of this change that we're seeing in America without her, period. We have to protect her. Somebody is going to come for her life for real at some point. I don't want to say it like that, but that woman is powerful and that woman is great. And I'm telling you, the influence that woman has, that there are people right now checking and watching. Biden is not president without Queen Tamika Mallory. That's a fact, and I don't care what nobody say about that. You cannot change my mind on it.
And then one thing she's not by, she always check my song, man. She be checking it, man. I'm like, God damn. She a one hell of a woman, man.
I don't think I've ever met one dope woman or one woman named Tamika that wasn't dope. I think I know every Tamika.
Most Tamikas is badass. That's a fact. Don't let nobody lie to you.
Yeah, one way or the other, they're down for you.
That's a fact.
Also, women with 2 A's in their name. That's another subject for another call.
Yeah. We're gonna have to have that conversation. Yeah, we've already. This is the second time, Tiandre Willis. You've been watching the Jack Frost show. I could tell because we go off on tangents that don't got shit to do with the conversation.
Imagine making Tamika have an orgasm.
No, man, I'm not here for that. We're not doing that tomorrow. We're not talking about the queen like that, homie. We're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're not doing that.
All right, so let's get back on track.
Yeah, we're not doing that, homie.
So a woman like Tamika Mallory would make a difference in office because she's about results and she shows up. And for real, like a lot of people that are empowered, whether they believe it or not, they use narcissist tactics, which if a better person than them shows up, they have to like diminish them or blow their light out a little bit. And she would have to deal with that.
Believe me, I know.
But somebody like Kamala Harris, she's been doing the dance for so long, you know what I'm saying? Her politics is automatic. They're not necessarily, I wouldn't call them fair or honest brokers with the people. Because if they were, you know, listen, they'd be flipping tables. They ain't flipped not one table. You know, they come out, they say nice speeches, and then they go back and they do things behind the scenes and get bullied by their own party and get stalled by the opposition party. It's the same song and dance. You gotta have somebody like Trump who's willing to come in and flip tables. And I'm not a Trump ain't my favorite person in the world, even before or after that. I never really dug Trump. But what I do respect is somebody who can stand on what their principles are, what their views and what their vision are. Stand on it and don't get off of it. Don't let nobody knock you off of it. We need somebody who's going to do that, but have a heart for the same heart and hands that they got for the people.
Hey, we're gonna go out on this video. If I want everybody to get one last word, we're gonna start off with foot in the ass. If you want to comment on Harris and Biden, he might not be there. Foot in the ass is there. You go.
No, I'm here. Man, I mean, I don't really have too much to say. I just don't think that they're gonna really do anything for us. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's my final thing. I don't think they're gonna do anything for us. They ain't gonna talk about no reparations. I don't know. They ain't gonna do nothing. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna be quiet and focus on other little issues. They're gonna think that they're gonna bring up other issues and make those bigger, so they ain't gotta focus on the shit that we want.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying?
Mark, you got any copy? Facts. And Mark, you got anything you want to go out with? All right, Mark's not there. Tiandre, you got anything you want to go out with?
First of all, I just want to say salute to BBN Network, salute to Jazz, to Jack Frost, salute to Foot in the Ass Entertainment. Anybody who catches this, just, you know, go ahead and follow Jack Frost. Make sure you plug in to BBN Network on Instagram, Twitter, and on YouTube. Make sure you're fully up to date. And on Kamala and Joe, I said it all, man. They ain't nothing but a suit and a party full of ineffective people. So I don't think it'll make any difference. The same things either go the same way, and unfortunately, they would use the image of that woman to negatively impact black politics in the future.
Facts. Tomorrow, you got anything you want to go out with?
No, I'm just saying, are you pulling up the Stackstone trial today?
I'm gonna get off the phone with you right now, and I'm gonna go look off some stuff, and then we're gonna see if we pulling up. Copy?
10-4.
All right, Marcus, you got anything you want to go out with? All right, Marcus, there you go, Marcus.
No, I don't have nothing.
All right. So the question is this. I want you guys to go down to the comment section who's still in the video. And I want to know what the question is. Do you think Harris would be better than Biden, even though they ran on the same ticket with the same policies and had the same vision for America? Like, comment, subscribes. Also, thank you to all of our guests that we had today. Foot in the Ass, Mark, Tiandre Willis, Marcus. Like, comment, subscribe. Join the notification gang. Hashtag Bronx Bombers. Let's get it. I love y'all. Take care of each other. Hug the kids for me. I haven't forgotten about you. And that's all I got on this one. I'm out.